What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Love and Marriage DC, Season 2, Episode 8, What Lies Beneath. So we start off with Ashley. We see her coming home, and her kids are waiting up for her, and it seems like she's really, really tired, like she's had a really long night, and she says that Quick was in the hospital. So he had to go to the hospital because he was experiencing chest pains, he wasn't able to eat, he was having continuous hiccups, he couldn't talk, he couldn't keep anything down. So he goes to the hospital and he's diagnosed with esophageal achalasia. Not sure what that is, but it's something to do with his esophagus, obviously. So Ashley really wants Quick to take a break from working so hard because his health is becoming affected. Last year it was the gout in his wrists. Now he's having esophageal issues, and so he needs to scale it back. And her son was like, yeah, daddy's not going to scale it back, he's going to continue to be a workaholic. So Ashley says that she should show Quick some tough love, and she shouldn't go to the hospital and coddle him and baby him and be there for him, because he needs to learn a very hard lesson that because he's neglecting his health, these things are happening to him. And she's been on his case about him going to the doctor, getting checked, keeping up with his, health, keeping up with his medical stuff, and scaling it back with work. Now, I'm pretty sure Ashley is not having an issue with him working. She's having an issue with him working so damn much. And we understand that Quick wants to build a legacy, and he wants to, provide financial security for his children and grandchildren, et cetera, et cetera. But what is the point of all of that if your kids are not even going to have you around because you're going to work yourself to death? What is the point of all of that? You're working hard to make all of this money, to stack all this paper, but then if you can't even enjoy it, if you're spending the rest of your life in a hospital, or if you're not even there to see your children fully grow up, then what's the point of all of this? You have to make sure that your health is taken care of. And if your health can improve by scaling back some of the work that you do, Quick, they just want you to scale it back a bit. They don't want you to completely stop working. They just want you to scale it back a bit. But the son was like, yeah, daddy's never going to scale it back. This is how it is with him, and this is how it's always going to be. So moving on to Irena. So her and Jamie are at an adult store, and they're talking about Jamie's behavior at her wig show. So Irena had to lay it out to him, the way you were talking to me about making TikTok videos in front of everybody. It was really humiliating, and you hurt my feelings the way you were talking to me, because he was talking to her like she was a child, and he had had a little bit too much to drink. So he was completely out of pocket with how he was talking to her. And after she laid it out and told him how hurt she was, he finally had to apologize and say, yeah, I do apologize for my approach. He didn't apologize for bringing up some nonsense in a moment when they're supposed to be congratulating her, showing her love for her wig show. He didn't apologize for that. He apologized for his approach. So then Irena says to him, it's almost as if, you were jealous of me. And he was like, how could you say that I was jealous of you? He says, when I met you, you were nobody. How could I be jealous of you? And then he says to her, when you win, we both win together. Okay, that's fine. That's cute. But for you to say that when you met her, she was nothing, that was an awful thing to say. And Irena says, I've always been somebody. Before Jamie even knew who I was somebody. So how can he say that I was nobody when he met me? I mean, the things that he says, it's like he has this, I don't even know, like when he feels like he's being backed into a corner, or when he feels like he's being made to feel guilty, or when he's being called out on something, he just really goes below the belt. And to say that to your wife, to say, when I met you, you were nobody, like what? That's just completely messed up. And he says that because obviously he was really, really angry when she called him out for being jealous. Obviously that would upset any husband. But this just shows that Jamie's like, he has no self-control. Like when he feels like lashing out, he's going to lash out. If he's thinking to say something that's going to hurt somebody's feeling, he's not going to take a moment to think to himself, okay, do I really want to say this to my wife? Do I really want to say this to my son? He's not even going to take that time to really think about it. He's just going to react and just start lashing out. I think Jamie has an anger issue that's absolutely exasperated when he drinks alcohol. So when he got on his son, when him and his son had that huge argument at his other son's going away party, we blamed it on the alcohol. When he was talking crazy to Irena at her wig launch, we blamed it on the alcohol. Now you're not drunk, but you tell your wife, when I met you, you were nobody. So there's an underlying anger issue here that's only exasperated and compounded when he's drunk. So he needs to get that anger issue checked. Moving on to Winter. So we see Winter. She's at home with her oldest daughter, who just turned 21 years old. And Lord have mercy, she's going to be selling candles. When these reality TV stars, like, it's like a trickle effect. If one person has an idea to do something, it just trickles down to every other reality. I mean, come on. How many people have we seen on reality TV that are in the candle business? I could name two right off the bat. Karen Huger from the Real Housewives of Potomac, and Wendy Osefo from the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I don't know, there's got to be others. So Winter has stepped into the whole candle making business. Okay, fine, girl, whatever. So she's talking with her daughter, and they're talking about her daughter's relationship with her boyfriend. And Winter thinks that her daughter is moving too fast. She's only 21 years old, and her boyfriend are already talking about marriage. They're already picking out baby names. And so Winter wants her daughter to slow down, enjoy her 20s, and you have the rest of your life to be dealing with men and all of their nonsense. Then they talk about her situation with Yusha. Everything seems to be going great with her and Yusha. And yeah, it seems to be going great with her and Yusha. Moving on to the Silvas and the Tylers. So the Silvas and the Tylers, they go out for brunch, and the topic of conversation starts off with Quick's health. They're telling him, you got to slow down. You got to pay more attention to your body, because your body's probably talking to you, letting you know that, hey, we need to take a different approach, because the way things have been going, it's not working out for us. So we need to move in a whole nother direction. Quick gets a little bit defensive, because he's like, well, this is the reason why I'm going to the specialist. And Ashley has to tell him, okay, we understand you're going to the specialist, but what we're trying to tell you is you need to slow down with your work, because your work is affecting your health. Moving on from there, they talk about Jamie's drinking. So they talk about how he acted at Jason's party, how he acted at Irena's wig launch, and how he was talking to her crazy. They talk about all of that. And Jamie says that he sees nothing wrong with it. He says that everybody knows that this is how he is. And it's not like he's trying to fight people when he's drunk. You tried to fight your son at Jason's going away party. They said that Jamie is a really mean drunk. When he gets to drinking, he gets really mean. And it's a problem that he needs to look into. Jamie said that at Irena's wig launch, when he brought up the whole thing about we need to start making TikTok videos, he said that it started off as a fun conversation and then it got serious. And I don't think it ever started off as a fun conversation, because he immediately was out of pocket when he was like, I don't know what's going on here, but you're going to have to start putting 2 hours of your day into making videos with me, because we're falling behind on these videos and blah, 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 videos. It never was a fun conversation. He started off completely wrong. He started off aggressive. So then Ashley asked Jamie if he called Irena a nobody. And Jamie says, I don't remember calling her that. How could you not remember calling her that when you were sober? When y'all had that conversation, you called her a nobody. How could you not remember that? So he says he doesn't remember calling her a nobody. And Ashley says, but you can't be calling people names. Jamie was like, calling somebody a nobody is calling them a name? Yes, Jamie, yes. Calling somebody, especially your damn wife, yes, calling somebody a nobody, you are calling them a name. You're demeaning them. You're telling someone that you were nobody. You were a nobody come on, Jamie. So Quick says, you really hurt your wife's feelings when you said that to her. So I don't know if Jamie gets it. I have no idea. But look, Jamie needs anger management. Now, I'm not for like every little thing that's wrong in your life, you have to go see a therapist. I'm not for that. But if it's making people around you feel bad, you're hurting people's feelings, you're saying things that are really hard to take back, you're wanting to fight your son, You're trying to humiliate your wife. Yeah, you need help, Jamie. You need help. Moving on. Ashley, she's Christmas tree shopping with her best friend Alicia, and Jamie doesn't. They talk about Jamie and Irena, and she says that Jamie doesn't allow Irena to shine on her own, and it really did seem like that at the wig launch. I felt like I don't know if he could. I don't know if Jamie was necessarily jealous, but it did feel like he felt some kind of way that his wife was getting all of this attention and he wasn't. And it was almost as if when he brought up that whole TikTok thing, it was almost as if he was trying to bring the attention back to him. Ashley's planning a Christmas party and she invited everybody, including Joy and Clifton. But Joy declined the invitation and said that she wasn't going to come to her Christmas party because Sherelle was going to be there. And I feel like with Joy, I don't know if Joy knew before she signed on to be on this show. I don't know if she knew that Sherelle was going to be a part of the show. But if she did know that Sherelle was going to be a part of the show and she still agreed to be on the show, I think it's absolutely immature of Joy to not attend certain events because Sherelle is going to be there. The fact that these women were all hired to do this show should have told her that you're going to be having a lot of scenes with the majority of these people. And first of all, you can't let another person control how you're going to live your life. So what if Sherelle is going to be there? Do you have to hold hands with her and walk around tied to her hip and be forced to conversate with her? No, she can be there. You can be there. You can coexist in the same space and not have anything to do with each other. You don't have to speak with her. You don't have to talk to her. And if someone is trying to bring you all together, you can respectfully decline. But then again, you cannot not be there for your friends and not do scenes because you're having an issue with this one particular person. You're giving her way too much control over your life. And if you don't want to deal with it, if you're like, you know what, I don't have to deal with people that I don't like, then don't be on a reality TV show where those people are also on it. So Ashley had a Friendsgiving. Okay, she had a Friendsgiving event and everyone was there, but she did not invite Sherelle because Joy doesn't want to be around Sherelle. So at the Friendsgiving event, Ashley thinks that, she's bending over backwards for Joy because she's not inviting her friend Sherelle. And with her doing all of that, Joy was still talking crap about her because she heard through the grapevine that at the Friendsgiving party, Joy had said that Ashley was fake and phony because she was friends with Sherelle, who was also friends with Winter. And we all know that Ashley and Winter do not see it for each other. They don't like each other. So Joy sees this as Ashley being fake, because she's friends with someone who's friends with her enemy. And I'm using the word, and I know enemy is a little bit too strong to refer to the relationship between Winter and Ashley, but whatever. So, which to me, I think that's also immature to think that. I think you can be friends with people that are also friends with people that you don't like. That's stupid to be like, I can't be your friend because you're friends with her. That's just so juvenile. So Ashley says, so then the conversation goes to a post that Joy had put up on social media. And it was with her and Clifton and with Irena and Jamie. They had gone to a sporting event or some type of an event. And she had put hashtag the Silvas and the Pettys because Clifton's last name is Petty. So Alicia saw that post and was asking Ashley, why would she say hashtag the Silvas and the Pettys? Because they're not even married yet. So she's technically not a Petty. And Ashley said that they are actually married, that her and Clifton are actually married, which is surprising because this whole entire time we've been led to believe that they were not married and that they were going to be getting married at some point in the season. So that was a shocker. So then we're moving on to Winter. She goes to some cooking class thing with Sherelle and Black, and Yusha was going to be there. And so everything is fine with her and Yusha. They're getting along really well. Moving on to Joy. So Joy invites Ashley and Irena to a cycling class. And so after the workout, the three women are talking, and Joy apologizes first to Irena about not going to her wig launch because her and Clifton were really sick. Now, I'm going to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she was really sick, but something kind of tells me that she purposely did not attend because Sherelle was going to be there. So Irena admitted that she did not tell, because she tells Joy that, by the way, Sherelle was there. I had invited Sherelle, and so Joy was like, well, why didn't you tell me? And then Irena says, well, because I really wanted you to be there, so I didn't tell you that Sherelle was going to be there. Oh, so then that completely debunks my theory that she faked being sick for sure because she knew Sherelle was going to be there. She didn't know that Sherelle was going to be there. So your girl, Irena, was like, well, I didn't tell you about Sherelle because I really wanted you there. And Joy says, well, I'm not against coming to your event, even if Sherelle is there. I'm against coming to a Sherelle event. And so then Ashley steps in and says, okay, but you're not coming to my event, which is not a Sherelle event. It's an Ashley event. You're not coming to my event specifically because Sherelle is going to be there. And Joy says, but your event is very small and intimate type of situation. And, I'm going to be like forced to interact with Sherelle. And Ashley's like, no, it's not. It's not a small event. It's going to be a whole lot of people there. My house is however many floors. There's enough room, enough space for you and her to never cross paths. So then Joy, kind of felt bad about it, I guess, because she was like, well, even though I said I wasn't coming, who knows? I just might pop up. I just might show up. Because she realized she really had no reason to not come, especially after what she just said, that she's not avoiding events because Sherelle is there. She's only avoiding Sherelle events. So then Ashley makes it a point to say that even though her husband Quig had to go to the emergency room with his, esophagus issues, she still made it to Irena's wig launch. Kind of like, I really was there to support my friend. My husband was really sick. He was in the hospital, but I still showed up. Kind of like rubbing it in Joy's face that, she didn't show up, even though she claims that she was really, really, really sick. So then Ashley confronts Joy about calling her phony. And Joy was like, I never called you phony. And I never said, because Ashley says, I heard that you called me phony, and I heard that you don't ride for the Silvas, you only ride for the Tylers. And I consider you my friend. And Joy was like, well, number one, I never called you phony. And number two, I did not say that I don't ride for you. I said that I don't ride for Sherelle. I ride for everybody except Sherelle. That's what I said. So Ashley talks about how she takes friendships really, really seriously. When she calls somebody her friend, it's because, she really likes this person and has accepted this person into her inner circle. And she doesn't take that kind of stuff lightly. So for her to put Joy in the category as friend, it means a lot. And here's Joy talking about her behind her back, etc., etc. And Joy was like, well, I consider you a friend as well. And then Ashley gets down to it. She says, let me let you know, okay? Just want to let you know that I was upset when I heard that you were calling me phony. That got me mad. And when I get mad, I get petty. And so Alicia asked me if you and Cliff were married. Are y'all married? And Joy was like, And I'm like, girl, you heard her loud and clear. You heard her loud and clear. And so Ashley says she asked if y'all were already married. And Joy didn't say anything because that's where the show ended. But we did get to see her confessional where the producer asked her, so are you guys married? And of course, they left us on a cliffhanger. So we have to wait until next week to see what Joy's response is. That's going to be really shocking if they're actually married. Ashley made it seem like they were, because Ashley made a statement. She told Alicia, yes, they are married. They're married. They're married. Which it doesn't matter. It's like, it doesn't really matter if they're already married, but why put on this facade like you're not married? I don't understand at all. Now, what's her name? Ashley did say that they got married, but they had I don't know if it was like a courthouse wedding or a small wedding or something. I don't know. But the reason why they're doing this whole wedding thing, she said, is because She said Joy wants to have a big wedding, but Joy has specifically told Cliff and others that she did not want a big wedding. She just wanted to get married at the courthouse or something. So I'm all kinds of confused. I don't know if I missed something, but I could have sworn Joy had said she told Cliff when they were at the shop when he was looking for beard oil. And she told him, I don't know. I mean, I'd be happy just going to the courthouse. And then Cliff said to her, well, I really want, our family there, our friends there. I want everybody to celebrate us. And people want to celebrate our union. So I would want people there. They had that conversation, but now Ashley is saying that Joy is already married, but they're going through this all over again because she wants a big wedding. So I don't know. Who knows? We shall find out next week. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.